17 years ago, my mother made a choice that would alter the course of my life forever. At the tender age of 16, I was left behind as she ventured off to start a new family. I remember that fateful evening vividly. The air was thick with an unsettling mix of baby powder and finality. She cupped my face in her hands, her touch warm yet distant, and uttered the words that would haunt me. "You're old enough now. You don't need me like they do." In that moment, she sealed my fate, leaving me to grapple with the emptiness of her absence. Standing on the porch, I watched her car's taillights fade into the night, my heart heavy with a blend of disbelief and sorrow. My father, a stoic figure, held my shoulder tightly enough to leave bruises, yet he remained silent, embodying a pain I could not articulate. The weight of that silence was profound. It echoed in the corners of our home, a reminder of the love that had vanished. Life continued in the wake of her departure, and I learned to navigate the world on my own. I finished high school with unwavering determination, took on 3 jobs to support myself, and ultimately made my way to college. By the time I reached 33, I had transformed into a successful financial consultant, a testament to my resilience and a fierce desire to prove my worth beyond what my mother had deemed me capable of. Then, as if summoned by fate, she returned 17 years later. I was taken aback when my receptionist informed me that there was a woman outside claiming to be my mother. A sardonic laugh escaped my lips. I had long since reconciled with the idea that I had no mother. Yet curiosity gnawed at me, compelling me to rise from my desk. When I laid eyes on her, I saw a woman age by the passage of time, her face lined with experiences that spoke of poor decisions and regret. The gray streaks in her once dark hair were a testament to a life that had not treated her kindly. "Caleb," she gasped, as if my name held a sacred significance. I crossed my arms defensively, the walls I had built around my heart fortified against her. "I'm not your boy," I retorted, my voice steady and cold. For a fleeting moment, her expression crumbled, but she quickly regained her composure. "Can we talk?" she asked, and against my better judgment, I acquiesced, driven by a part of me that still longed for closure. We settled into a small conference room, the silence around us thick with unspoken words. After what felt like an eternity, she finally uttered the words I had braced myself for. "I need money." The bluntness of her request hit me, like a punch to the gut. "You need money?" I echoed incredulously. "And you thought the son you abandoned would be your best option?" Tears glistened in her eyes as she pleaded. "I know I don't deserve to ask you for anything, Caleb, but I'm desperate. My boys need help." My heart sank further. She wasn't even here for me. Her plea was for the twin boys who had taken my place. I leaned in closer, my voice low and steady. "Do they even know I exist?" Her flinch confirmed my worst fears. I let the silence stretch between us, the weight of her admission palpable. Then I stood up, my patience wearing thin. "You have 5 minutes to leave my office before I call security." "Caleb, please," she implored. But I walked out, shutting the door behind me, determined to sever the ties that had so long been severed. Yet her persistence became a haunting refrain in my life. Voicemails piled up, emails inundated my inbox, and a week later, I returned home to find her waiting outside my apartment. "What part of no are you struggling with?" I asked brusquely, brushing past her. "I just want to explain." I turned to her, incredulous. "Explain what? That you discarded me like trash and remember me only when you needed something?" She looked down, her embarrassment palpable. "I thought I was doing what was best. You had your father. The twins didn't have anyone else." I couldn't help but let out a bitter laugh. "You really think I had my father? He checked out of life the same night you did. I raised myself, mother, and I did a damn good job." "I'm sorry," she whispered, but the words fell hollow and too late for redemption. In an unexpected move, she reached into her purse, pulling out a thick folder and handing it to me. "Just please read this." I took it, curiosity piqued, and after she left, I opened it to find a collection of medical bills, hospital reports, and test results. One of the twins, Elliot, was battling cancer, and they were drowning in debt. For the first time, a fissure formed in my resolve. I closed the folder, staring at the ceiling, grappling with the conflicting emotions swirling within me. I owed her nothing. Yet the child hadn't chosen his circumstances any more than I had, and that realization gnawed at me. The following day, I surprised myself by visiting the hospital. As I entered, I saw her sitting beside a frail young man connected to N4. When she caught sight of me, her mouth fell open in shock. Ignoring her, I approached Elliot. "Hey, I'm Caleb." I introduced myself, watching as confusion washed over his face. Hi," he replied hesitantly. I pulled up a chair, my heart racing as I revealed, "I don't think you know this, but we're brothers." His eyes widened, darting toward our mother, who looked utterly mortified. I smirked, relishing the moment. Yeah, she kind of forgot to mention me. And just like that, a new chapter unfurled before me, one where I was no longer the abandoned child, but something more, something better. I was seen, and this time, I would ensure that no one could erase me again.